The bicycle industry keeps on getting crazier in the year 2025. I have not seen anything like this in my 15 or 16 years working in the industry. United States Customs detaining bikes made by Giant over forced labor allegations, which is crazy. We'll get into that in just a second. But this will trickle down. The ruling appears to apply to products sold under Giant's brands or produced by Giant in Taiwan for other brands. If you guys do not know, Giant is one of the biggest bicycle manufacturers out there on the market today, but they have their hands in making bicycle frames, products, and related to anything with a ton of different companies. I believe they help Trek. I believe they help Merida, I believe, maybe. But there's a ton of other smaller bike brands that they produce frames for, carbon molds for, and then they help distribute that to those companies and force it out. So in a year of 2025 where everything seems to be regressing, sales are not doing too well, and even reports have come out about Giant not being profitable, it's really a year where you just kind of want to float by and kind of hold on to your pants and kind of get by it. Now you have this whole logistics situation going on because of this poorly managed company, which we'll just call it because of what they're being for the allegations of the forced labor, which we'll talk about in just a second. Now you have the logistics of they could seize the products, they could destroy the products, they could export the products back to where they came from. They have to go ahead and work around this or find a solution to these forced labor allegations and make everything right. So now it's going to cost them way more time, way more money, and also this kind of stain on their name as well. And the amount of comments I got in Instagram DMs and emails from people about this situation is mind-blowing. It seems like a lot of people are interested in this, and I myself, being in the industry, am also interested in this. I don't know what's going to happen. There have already been inventory issues with tariffs. Companies are kind of holding out on inventory, not stocking as much because of the unknown of the pauses and unpositive tariffs into the United States. And now you have this situation, which is even putting more of a pressure on Giant sales in the United States. Now, to clear this up, this is only for their Taiwan manufacturer factory. They still have China and Vietnam. Right here, Giant's factories in China and Vietnam. The order does not appear to apply to shipments from Giant factories, China and Vietnam. And everyone's like, oh, well, they'll just have workarounds, we'll ship it there. Again, that all costs money. And there's probably already stuff on the water heading there from Taiwan, so this all takes out. There's a bunch of different articles written on this, even this one from U.S. Customs and Borders Protection. But basically right here, agency will detain imports of bicycles, bicycle parts, and accessories manufactured using forced labor. What this means, CBP identified the following International Labor Organization forced labor indicators during its investigation of Giant: abuse of vulnerability, abuse of vulnerability, abusive working and living conditions, debt bondage, withholding of wages, and excessive overtime. So what this can mean is that, again, there could be this could have been going on for a while, and maybe this is just the way they ran business, which I like to hope not, but obviously everyone wants cheap work, and there's always been allegations and rumors of companies doing this. But also it could just be a reflection of how 2025 is kind of going, with no profits, with not a lot of bike sales, with really no demand. Maybe they're withholding people's paychecks. Maybe they're making them work overtime without paying them or compensating for them. But abusive working and living conditions is pretty crazy. So there is a lot of issues going there that, again, might leave a stain on Giant's name right there. Going a little bit more into this, U.S. Custom and Border Protection issues a withhold release order against bicycles, bicycle parts, accessories manufactured in Taiwan, based on information that reasonably indicates forced labor use. CBP has proven track record of cracking down on companies that use forced labor to determine detriment of law-abiding U.S. businesses, said CBP Commissioner Rodney S. Scott. So they said right here, Giant profited by imposing such abuse, resulting in goods produced below market value, undercutting American businesses by millions of dollars in unjustly earned profits. The International Labor Organization estimates that nearly 28 million workers are under conditions of forced labor worldwide, which is absolutely mind-blowing as well. And this could have been going on for a long time, and maybe the fact that it's being brought up right now is because of all these tariff situations, of the crackdown of the administration of the United States right now, which is causing a crazy disorganization to the retail situation. Obviously, there's much bigger things in role, but I can only speak solely on my business and what's causing our industry. But definitely, it seems to be like America is trying to bring jobs back to America and trying to disrupt this all. And people who are rich want more money. And I just want to run my business and be able to go ahead and provide food for my family at affordable costs and not have to piss off my customers. But yeah, maybe this is all part of the ploy to go ahead and try to crack down on tariffs and foreign jobs and trying to bring back business to America. Who knows? Importers have responsibility to do due diligence and know their supply chains, said Acting Executive Assistant Commissioner of CBP Office of Trade Susan S. Thompson. CBP will continue to investigate allegations of forced labor and take actions in the supply chain. Jumping back over to the bicycle retailer article, from all these companies that are monitored and watched over during this process, there have only been 3 of these WROs issued this year. The previous 2 involved Chinese Fishing Company and also South Korea Salt Farm. And then you have Giant Bicycles. So Chinese Fishing Company, South Korea Salt Farm, Giant Bicycle Company. Crazy. In a press statement shared with Brain, Giant said it made changes last year to respond to the media reports of worker right violations. Specifically, the company now pays recruitment costs for foreign workers and upgraded employee housing. So they're trying to obviously bring employees over there to work, give them housing, everything like that. It's not always as nice as it seems. Giant said it will file a petition with CBP to revoke the WRO, explain that we have already adopted appropriate measures. So they are already saying that they have fixed this issue and that they want to go ahead and lift this situation that's going on. Giant said shipments to the U.S. may be delayed or inspected, but said it's taking contingency measures and working with its partners to minimize the impact, which I could see being catastrophic. Again, you're already working on no profit. You're already working in a bicycle industry that is running sales to go ahead and move inventory. You're seeing big name companies drop prices during summer. Black Friday is about to come up. You're going to see a ton of sales to moving old inventory, even new inventory, trying to go ahead and correct inventory levels and also bring in some kind of cash flow and some kind of capital. So if you're working with that and then all of a sudden have to get smacked with these fees, logistics to move it, to pay all these people, to move it from here, let's say they destroy your product, that is a recipe for disaster. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, Giant is massive, but also I heard stories about a year or 2 ago when I made these videos talking about companies in 7, 8, 9-figure dollar debts. I heard rumors, allegedly, that it was Giant. Now, obviously, these companies run off debt. They go ahead and take whatever work orders they have from these companies and sold orders they have for these companies. They take it to the bank and say, hey, we need this much money. This is what they're putting into. So obviously, it's just a recurring debt door that they once get fulfilled, they get the money, then they pay back the bank, blah, blah. But once you get kind of in that big hole and something like this happens, you have inflation, you have interest, you have all this crazy stuff going on, depreciation, that can really, really hike up those interest rates and kind of screw you over. Here's also a list of some of the brands they have. Giant, which they have the Giant Bicycles. Live Bicycles, which is kind of their women's bicycle dedicated to the women's lineup. Momentum, Cadex, which is kind of like their component brands like wheels and handlebars. And then they also acquired Stages recently, which is a power meter based company. But like I said, in recent years, it has been a major supplier to Trek for like bicycle molds or frame builds or whatever. And Scott, and also other brands, like I said. Big name brands, massive brands. Giant is one of the biggest carbon fiber frame manufacturers out there. And don't think to go ahead and question it for a second that they are not producing these frames. But when you deal with this stuff, when stuff's going good, frames are selling, they're doing good. But when everyone's hurting, they're all definitely slowing down ordering. That will fall on Giant as well. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about this article and this situation here. Like I said, I haven't heard of anything like this brought to light. Obviously, there's always rumors and allegations. You hear big name corporations always being like, oh, Nike does this or Apple does this, and they pay people under wages and stuff like that. But to really get called out for it and literally held to the fire for it and say, hey, you have to fix this or your product's getting sent back, we're destroying product and stuff like that. Called out written articles about it is pretty crazy. So what do you guys think it's going to do to the Giant brand, if anything? Do you think normal consumers will really care about this or hear about this? But anyone stocking like Giant bicycles, or maybe your main brand is Giant, I'm sure you have stock now, but it definitely can go ahead and hinder some inventory levels. Like, let's say clothing, brands, whatever it is. Let's say you have a sold bicycle on a back order. It's coming from Taiwan. I mean, again, I know it's a small drop in the bucket. Obviously, there's much bigger issues there. But yeah, this is a pretty crazy story. So anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want more of these industry videos, please tell me down in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next video.